Hi, my fellow YouTube watching American patriots. Thank you for hanging in there and watching our videos. In this video, I want to continue talking about what President Trump must do to extend or to maintain his victory that he attained in the Hanoi summit by just standing tall and walking out of it. So, most likely in this video, once again, I'll be addressing directly to President Trump. Dear Mr. President, dear my proud President Donald Trump, once again, my heart is still pumping loud, celebrating your victory and your success in that Hanoi summit. You were very brilliant, very clever, and you are very good deal maker. You made the most beautiful deal that was made against North Korea, against North Korean leaders, dictators' ambition for nuclear proliferation. You are the ultimate winner. You are the ultimate victor. So we thoroughly respect you. We thoroughly clap our hands to you. I would like to tell you another advice from deep down my heart. President Trump, you should not even listen to the evil and crafty deceiver Moon Jae-In of South Korea and Kim Jong-Un of North Korea whenever they say you should declare the end of Korean War in Korean Peninsula. I know exactly what they are trying to do. They are trying to have you declare the end of the Korean War so that they will eventually bring you to a point where you will have no other way but to withdraw the US military force and UN peacekeeping force from Korean Peninsula. They will say, if you declare the end of Korean War, then immediately those two deceivers will stir up the hearts of South Korean people by telling them, hey, why is the US military force and the UN peacekeeping force are still remaining in South Korea? If there's no more war is over. So why are they wasting their money and they are butting into our own business, our own country's business? They're gonna stir up that anti-US sentiment in the hearts of South Korean general public. And then doing so will bring all those anti-US South Korean protesters out into streets and they rally open fields to protest against the stay of the US and UN military forces in South Korea. I know that will come immediately after your declaration of the end of Korean War. So why do they want you to pull the US military force and the UN peacekeeping force out of Korea, out of South Korea? Well, their reason is obvious. Recently, Moon Jae-In of South Korea, in his hope of helping North Korea to get ready for their next invasion down into South Korea, he removed all the landmines and even the guard posts, military guard post along the DMZ, demilitarized zone. And he demolished all the concrete blocks that were used to block North Korean tanks and military equipment from coming down into South Korea. And he declared the airways above the DMZ are not to be violated by Korean Air Force, Korean military pilots. So what Moon Jae-In has done is hoping for Kim Jong-Un to invade down into South Korea. He opened up everything. He got rid of all the defensive measures. So he will ask you, he will beg you to pull or withdraw all the US military forces and UN peacekeeping forces out of South Korea, so that North Korean Kim Jong-Un can drive his tanks, military tanks, and all the cannons and everything, including nuclear equipped missile launchers, down to South Korea and swallow up the entire South Korea. And he will declare himself a victor in another aggression after what happened in 1950 through 1953, the First Korean War. I hope there won't be no Second Korean War. Mr. President, please do not listen to their request. That's exactly what they have planned in their mind. If you declare the end of Korean War, that means the end of the existence of South Korea. South Korea will be swallowed up into North Korean communist country. That's what's coming. And also, please do not lift any sanctions that the US and UN imposed against North Korea, especially the ones that ban the tourism to the North Korea's most popular mountain Baek-Doo, and also opening up the industrial complex in Kae-Sung in North Korea near the DMZ. That will be a major mistake if you do lift those two sanctions. Moon Jae-In has already violated the US-led and UN-led sanctions against North Korea by smuggling in North Korean produced coals and all sorts of minerals, including iron, pig iron, coal, so much from North Korea. He terribly violated all those sanctions. So President Trump, do not listen to their request to you to lift those sanctions. Stand firm and keep on squeezing Kim Jong-Un. He's about to collapse. I heard our fellow operatives who are working in Vietnam, they are telling us, they are calling us and telling us that Kim Jong-Un, he's having a hard time even thinking about going back to his nation, his country. Why? Because his people in Korea, they watched how the Hanoi summit was ended abruptly, and they saw their God, Kim Jong-Un, was belittled, was totally defeated by you, the American president, the president of the United States. Their God just got defeated. So he is right at the verge of collapsing. His regime is about to fall. So President Trump, keep pressuring him. Do not lift any sanctions against North Korea. Your chance to bring Kim Jong-un down to his knees after giving up his nuclear ambition will come very soon. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, President Trump. Baek-Doo, Taikoku, Banzai. Victory to the great nation, the United States of America.